Kicked in long. Nice one.
Give it a good ride from here from about 65.
Over the top goes. And it'll just be behind. There's been a jumper change out there at the moment. WA player out there in 1. It looks like Walsh.
Yep. What we're seeing at the moment around the footy in particular, but they're big bloke good too, the Metro lads. Creeper and Keitel combine okay.
Years, but for example, it's just the way the cards fall.
Swap around. Here's Vojo Rainbow.
It teaches you different skills. On a day like this where it's blowy.
Pace and get onto his left boot. Does well, but there's a +1 back there for WA, and that +1's Keitel.
Only W.
He does. Still a chance. De Goey, he kicked a long goal in the second quarter from outside 50. 2-on-1 situation here for more. Strong mark in defence by Keitel again. About, and Kevin mentioned he'll be running and bouncing, and he did so, and he kicks nicely to the advantage of Keitel, and Tyler Keitel had a shot at goal.
Well, he's a 70-metre player, isn't he? He's kicked it 40, then ran 30 with it, and he'll bounce the ball 15 times, don't I hope.
So I know teams would obviously love to get their hands on him.
Keitel to kick the opening score of the game, and he's pretty happy about it. Punches
the ball in the air, express himself in that one-on-one type situation. And in that occasion, he just read it far better, didn't he? The kick from Pickett in over the top. And then Keitel, who's been an important player for them and a very best against the best in all sorts of conditions over about a 2-month period.
Just saw some work on the bench there with Francis, I think it was. Francis Watts.
Just on that, I mean, it's interesting because...
Longer. McCartan couldn't take it. Keitel, Connor Blakely, good young player, got it, won it, gave it back to Keitel. Dangerous ball looking for Frampton.
Get behind the ball here. Yeah. I don't mind it. Gives him a lot of run off half back.
Today, Pickers.
Well, that was just a brain snap then.
Just the adrenaline kicked in.
Yeah, I don't think he realised the West Australian player was right up on his hammer.
We're on in the back line, a really strong contested mark.
And Jack Loney has been an excellent player for Vic Country throughout this championship. Had 2 ripper games, the left footer, and again a boy.
Kicks it towards the forward 50. Keitel did okay.
We have 4 of the AFL clubs, and Brad Johnson's part of that group. Mick Ablett, who you heard from.
Got a little bit of time to go back and settle and handball over the top. They're not out of trouble here yet, though. Keitel through the middle.
In your team, the forward line. Obviously, you could do with some stocks there and obviously build your list, but through the carnival.
Out of the third quarter, he really came out with a bit of intent.
A little bit untidy here. A couple of big fellas getting involved, Frampton and Keitel, and they've finally worked it out.
That's what happens with big blokes. Let's get it down the line.
Kicked into a bit of a hole here.
This is good play.
Stewart over to Miles, and Miles will spread it wide. Keitel's got to go there, and he did. He got in the way of McCartan and then punched towards the boundary, so that's good.
It was just wanting to keep Vic Country on their toes about their positioning.
Asking questions.
Which I enjoyed.
And a good leap there by Goddard, and he recovers quickly. And spirals it back in, almost an inside-out to Keitel.
Looks heavier than he did this time last year as a bottom-age player.
Keitel, a bit of an up and under kick.
That's a good one.
Needed some to catch, and McCartan almost perished the crummer. Keitel on hands and knees. Fished it out.
Down there last year, which was exciting, and he went across. That was a great kick.
That's a great kick from Cunico, and a saving touch on the line by Harvey Keitel. So Hardesty again, but the switch isn't really on here. Unless he goes very long to a long lead. And
194 centimetre forward. He's actually added about 6 kilos to his frame from last year. And he's got a great pair of hands, which is strong marking, his real feature. But I love the way he protected the drop zone with his use of the body, so he's getting better at that. He's a guy also that can pinch hit down the back. And I think he'd get some real confidence out of the way he played. He kicked 3 goals at the weekend. It could have been 5. And I'd expect that he'll remain a big prospect for Michael Pratt and his side.